Hey everyone, welcome again back to another episode of Father Friday. Last week I talked about why it's important to form a relationship with your child. In this episode, I'm going to be discussing how we can form and build a relationship with our children. I remember Nick Ali being at home and I would try to make funny faces. I would try to always make him laugh. I would always try to make him smile, and I remember every time he would laugh, I would always feel fulfilled. I would always feel satisfaction. And as long as I was making my son laugh and smile, I always wanted to make sure that always kept on going. That was enough for me to make my day. One big message that I have for parents and for fathers is that it's so important to be present in these moments. It's so important that you are present in these moments when they are sharing with you how their day went, or how they talk to their friends, or how, something happened in class or something happened in school. Sometimes, as parents, we can get caught up just thinking that, well, you know what, they're just kids. They're not the same as adults where you can actually have a conversation or you can have a communication with, a better understanding with adults or your friends. But one of the things that I encourage you to do is to actually have a conversation with your child, but actively listening to your kid. And the reason why I say this is because when you listen, when you're actually listening to your kid, when you're actually listening to your child, you start to think, you start to comprehend, you start to register how important that was for your child. I remember bringing my son to the beach early on when he was a toddler, and I just remember how present he was to the beach. I have home videos of him of just being so present to the beach. He's so excited to see the playa, and he's screaming bloody murder, like, playa, aquí está la playa. And I just remember his eyes were so lightened up. I mean, it was just amazing. It was so hilarious, but it was so delightful that he was so present to the moment that most of us as adults, we're not present anymore. We're going about our day, we're working, we're, just going through life, and, the sun comes out and the sun comes out. If, the moon comes out at night, the moon comes out, and that's about it. But for children, it's so present because it's so brand new to them, to their brain. They're registering it. Finding that quality time with your children is so important for them and for yourself to form a relationship. Because one day our children are going to be older. Right now, they're young. They are young right now. But one day they're going to be older. It's the precious smallest things that you could have with them. It's the human life experience that you can have with your children. Those experiences that you have with him or her are going to define how you're going to build that relationship with them in the future. Let me tell you, you lose time with your children, you're losing time forever. Those are years you're never going to take back. Once you become an adult, you become an adult. You don't return back. There's no time where you can just go back in time. There's no time machine to go back in time and say, I want to redo my years. I want to become a mother. I want to become a father again. There's just not, there's no way. It's just no more. There's no repetition about that. Right now is the time to form the relationship, to be present, to read a book, to play with your child, to take them to school, to be at his appointments, to make sure that you're there when he's asking for help, for support, when he's feeling down, that Papa is going to be there, that Mama is going to be there, that you are actually there for him or her. And when you spend that time, whether it's 1 hour, whether it's 2 hours, whatever time you have with your children, make it the best time ever as an everyday goal to be present. I'm telling you, trust me when I say that those years, you can never replace them. Showing affection is another way how you can show your children that you love them. Tell your children, I love you. Tell your children that you miss them. Tell them that, I will be here waiting for you. I can't wait to see you again. Sometimes I try not to say goodbye. I try to say, I'll see you later. But one of the last things I want to say is this. You as a parent, you have a gift that you can provide to your children. And that gift is a human touch. That's a superpower that you can provide to your children. When you hug them, when you touch them, you find that connection, that build relationship, that strong bond of relationship that you can have with your child. Trust me when I say this, because when you have them right in your arms and you hold them tight, they feel safe. They feel secure. They know that you're there for them and that you will always be there for them for the rest of their lives. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, press that like button, share this video with parents, and I look forward in seeing you next week.